Ladies and gentlemen, she is here. The silver iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is the latest addition to the family. We've got this beautiful unibody beast that is now in the house. So I'm very excited to try out this new phone. I went ahead and did an iCloud restore here. And I've got all of my data coming over slowly but surely. But I just wanted to show you guys the first look at this new hardware. Now, I did trade in my iPhone 16 Pro Max, so I don't have it here with me to show it side by side. But you guys know what the iPhone 16 Pro Max looks like. We've had that for so long. But yeah, this silver color, I'm going to add a lot of B-roll here so you guys can see day one what this beast looks like. So this is the box, very bland. Here is the box. Here's what comes in the box. You get a phone, you get a charging cable, you get paperwork. Now, I actually like Apple's charging cables, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack this baby open. But yeah, unboxing experience, there you go. I will say the first thing I noticed about this phone is that it feels like the old iPhone 6 Pluses. So you guys see here, it is very, very rounded on the sides. And this phone feels so much lighter than the titanium phones. But yeah, there's not much coverage on the silver iPhones just yet. So I really wanted to show you guys what this looked like, especially with the different lighting conditions and things like that. The blue actually looks better than I thought it did whenever I saw some videos. And looking at all of the cool kids that got the iPhones first, the blue iPhone actually looks better than I thought it did, but still I wouldn't, that's just not my color. I would have went with black this year if they had it in black, but obviously they didn't. And then of course you get that back glass ceramic shield, which really, a lot of people don't like the white and silver look, but I think it's gorgeous. And here is my Moonstone Google Pixel 10 Pro, those shiny sides, very nice. So we have a lot of stuff to cover with this phone. We have a lot of accessories to go over. We have so many cases. The one I'm probably gonna start out with is the Ryan London leather case. This is one of my favorite brands of all time, Ryan London. This is probably the case I will be using the majority of the time. And I've got a lot of other cases on the way as well. Okay, I apologize in advance, but my eye was scratched, so that's why I look weird. But we have our new iPhone 17 Pro Max here. And honestly, I'm shocked by this phone. Going from one generation to the next typically isn't that big of a generational leap. And this isn't necessarily a generational leap, but I do enjoy this new design. This unibody is very cool. I like the new industrial take on an iPhone. It doesn't look anything like a previous iPhone whatsoever. And I honestly think that that's really cool. And this white with the dual tone, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this phone without a case is gorgeous. One of the very first things I noticed about this phone compared to my 16 Pro Max is the brightness. The 3000 nits on this display, I love it. Finally, it's been years since Apple has increased the brightness on their display. And I will tell you all right now that this 3000 nits is legit. You can really tell a difference. I know a lot of people say 2000 nits to 3000 nits, it's no big deal. Trust me, it is a big deal. It looks just as bright as my Pixel 10 Pro that is 3300 nits. That's one of the biggest things I think that this iPhone was missing, for me personally, is that the display just did not get bright enough. Now that's resolved. And the first time I tried the new selfie camera mode, I feel like I need to record a few videos in the landscape mode. I can hold my hand out just like this, but I can record in landscape mode so it looks good for YouTube. I feel like that's going to be a game changer for people like me who like to record videos just like this. As an example, right now on this tripod, I could tripod it up and it can record in like a widescreen, but I can still see the phone. Anyways, I think it's just really cool. There's like 4 different types of views you can use in a front-facing camera, and it looks great. And the front-facing camera also looks sharper, and the colors look a little better to me as well. And I very briefly just tried out the 4X and 8X camera, and especially the 4X, it looks exactly like I expected. A lot higher quality and a lot better than the previous 5X 12 megapixel camera. I cannot wait to test this one further in the near future. Jumping back to the body, I've already seen on X, like Siobhan, he already dropped his orange 17 Pro Max that I believe was a loaner from Apple. He already dropped it. And this aluminum design is definitely not as durable as the titanium one was. His was dropped one time and it was dented like crazy, and the orange color was peeled pretty badly. It really looked terrible. So I have concerns about rocking this phone without a case this year. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. But of course I will let you guys know. Last but not least, this could be Apple just trolling, but I noticed that areas that I have been previously, that I have traveled to today, I have a lot better connectivity with this phone than I did with my iPhone 16 Pro Max. The iPhone 16 Pro Max for me has always been better than my Samsung phones and my Pixels, but this one seems even better. I seem to be getting more bars with this phone than with my last iPhone. So I'm going to continuously test that. I'm going to run speed tests and see how fast speeds are in those areas that I knew were a little bit worse for me in my area. But I'm very excited because if this phone is even better than the 16 Pro Max and the 16 Pro Max was the best phone I had, then that is awesome. But yeah, let's jump back to the table and finish this out. Okay, thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, I have a lot of content coming out on this silver beast. Let me know down below if you ordered any of the iPhone 17 devices, and then let me know what color you got as well. I'm excited to hear about all of you all's new purchases. Look at that camera bar ramp. That's cool. But yeah, let me know. I'll see you all in the next one.